You know, one of the hardest jobs GMs have is dealing with the pace of the game. Let me see if I can help you with that. Stick around. Hi, folks. Old Man Grognard here. And I wanted to talk about pace and flow in the game. And what got me going on it was this article on a website called Hub Pages. There's the website. Now, if you can get by the ads and everything on it, it's got a very interesting article. It's called Handling Game Flow in Tabletop RPGs by Robert A. Neary Jr. Now, he also says he got some of his ideas from this book, Sorcerer and Sword, for the Sorcerer role-playing game. And he brought things to light that I have been doing in my role-playing games and not even knowing it. For instance, he posits now this is not a new idea to me. I've read this in other places, but it kind of finally hit home about what a role-playing game is a constant flow of question and answers and information between the GM and the players. This is why the players help create the game, and you don't want to prep too rigidly, but we've already talked about that. We may talk about it again in the future. But he uses an example of the PCs, say in a fantasy game, setting up for the night in a camp at the edge of a barren field. And in the middle of the barren field, there's this giant boulder. Nothing else there, just this giant boulder. And so, oh, interesting, a giant boulder. Okay, and, the PCs and the players are winding down for night. So this is kind of a lull in the game. Now, you have two choices. If you want to, you can always have encounters of the night and that kind of, but you really have only two choices. Either you fast forward, okay, it's morning, you guys are up and stuff like that, or you can make it a little interesting. You say, yeah, what is it, a big boulder? Yeah, it's a big boulder. All right, let's go set up camp. Who wants to watch? It's a big boulder with a rune scribed on it. What? All of a sudden, it gets interesting to the players. There's a rune on it. Yeah. And so they start asking questions, hopefully. And, after that's gone, somebody may want to go up and look at it. And they ask, well, how big is it? Are the runes look like they've been freshly put on there? Or what? And they start asking questions the PCs ask, which is what you want. And so that may die down. Maybe they wake up next morning, well, the rock's still there, and it's got a rune on it. But you also notice there's you didn't notice before, but there are remains of people like skulls and stuff like somebody died there. Oh, really? Yeah, you didn't see it because it was on the other side. You didn't look. Oh. Well, and then start asking questions about that. So all of a sudden, this becomes interesting to the players. Now, you may not go anywhere with this, but you could. The point being is, if you're going to do that, you can do it off the cuff, or you can actually have it written out in your notes. That's fine. But you want the thing is what controls the pace, in my opinion, and I think this article is, it's the pace of the information you give to the players. You don't divvy out everything all at once. As you probably know, I kind of like GM 101. But it's the way you do it. It's like if they start getting complacent or bored or anything, throw out a bit of information. Throw out something they just noticed. My favorite is make an intelligence roll, which I use for a perception roll if the game has perception rolls. And, if I've got 4 players. You got 4 players. One of them's going to make it if they're all looking. So, and also you get the daisy chain thing of, oh, I missed it. And the other guy goes, oh, can I try it? Oh, yeah. Oh, I missed it. Yeah, can I try it? Everybody wants to do it. All of a sudden, it's like monkey see, monkey do. It's one player wants to do it. They all want to do it. So, that's like if you're in a room in a dungeon, and it's a bedroom. Okay. Yeah, you got the usual things: 4-poster bed, dresser, mirror, and you focus in on one thing. If you focus in on one thing, no matter how briefly, the players will probably 99% of the time the players will focus in on that thing. Like the mirror. Oh, it's got a beautiful gold frame. Oh yeah? Well, of course, that point is, can we take it and sell it? Or the bed, the 4-poster bed. It's neatly made up, and it's like nobody slept in it ever, and it's clean. Now it's a dingy old dungeon. Why are you finding a clean bed in here? You know, anything to arouse their suspicion. Now sometimes that can backfire. I know, because sometimes you add something where it's just sometimes a stick is just a stick, but you say it in a way where they start asking questions, although that could be good for your game, because all of a sudden they're making a big deal about nothing in your mind, but you can make it something. That's the thing. Anything that's nothing, you can make it something, just the way the characters act. This is the whole key and part of role-playing, where it's a back and forth between the two, and you're both making the story. You made the framework of the story. They're filling it in. That goes for combat, that goes for role-playing, that goes for everything. That's why it's a give and take. And I read this article, and the first conclusion is, I'm doing this already. I just do it. I just do it. I don't know why. It just comes natural to me. Some people it just comes natural. But I'm telling you this in case, you've never thought about it before. And that makes the pace a lot easier. Fast forwarding and description. And, excuse me, it's just, these last few sessions of my game and this article, it's like a burden. I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders as a GM. I mean, the last prep I did it in an hour and a half before the game. Usually I have a Monday game, so Sunday night I'm starting to go, oh God, what am I going to do with these guys? What am I going to do with these guys? And this time it was just, okay, we're coming to the end of we're coming to the end of the adventure, near the end of the adventure. It doesn't mean the end of the story. It's just that they're going to do what they set out to do. But that doesn't mean, something can lead, you put threads in there and everything. But the point is, I just sat down, okay, this will probably happen, this will probably happen, this will probably happen, this will probably happen. And I prepped for, contingencies. I got the players, I got the players in the drama, I've got the location, I know where they're headed, and so let's see what happens. And if they throw me a curveball, even better, because when you're controlling the flow, you can take those curveballs real easy and bat them right back to them. I didn't expect it in this campaign. I didn't expect them to do half the things that they did, but they did them, and it made the game better, in my opinion. It actually made me start thinking more out the box. If they throw, like, they've got a hireling, they had a hireling. I didn't expect them to have a hireling. This was just a guy to kill. And that happens probably in all kinds of games. That all of a sudden this bit player becomes a supporting character, which is good. So check this article out. Like I said, it's Handling Game Flow and Tabletop RPGs by Robert A. Neary Jr. on the Game Hub website, or check out that book, Sorcerer and Sword. Either way, because they talk about play units. They break it down into play units, and that's what he was talking about. But yeah, check it out. And give me some feedback on this or anything else at oldmangrognard@gmail.com. So that's all I got for you right now. So until next time, bye-bye.